Gather round, children, gather round. It's story time with Jess, the little writer. In case you didn't know, that's me. Dinner and a show. Phyllis folded her arms and prepared to give Ed the tongue lashing that he deserved. She listened to his keys jingle and saw the doorknob wiggle. After waiting for Ed to enter, Phyllis marched over to the door and undid the locks, all 8 of them. She jerked the door open and glared at Ed as he offered an apologetic grin. "Took you long enough," Phyllis said. Ed grunted. I know. Just preheat the oven and prepare the veggies." Phyllis turned the oven up to 475 degrees. She retrieved an aluminum pan from the bottom cabinet. Ed sat there roasting the countertop and began removing the wrappings. Phyllis opened the fridge and took out the onions, potatoes, and carrots. She chopped them up while Ed put their roast in a pan with just enough water to keep it juicy. He added garlic, salt, and pepper for flavor. "How long's this going to take to cook?" Ed asked. Phyllis glared at him behind his back. "Hours. We'll be having a very late dinner." Ed and Phyllis watched TV while their dinner was in the oven. Phyllis turned the volume up when the local news station mentioned an upcoming story about a missing baby. A local child has been reported missing. He is 3 weeks old and was last seen wearing a blue sweater, tan corduroy pants, and brown socks. He was not wearing shoes. Join us later for the full story. A photo of a chubby-cheeked baby was displayed briefly before the regularly scheduled program continued. "What a shame," Phyllis said and yawned. Ed scoffed. People need to pay closer attention to their kids. After hours and hours of cooking, their roast was done. Ed and Phyllis devoured their meal as if they hadn't had decent food in years. Once their plates were empty, they cleaned up the kitchen and washed the dishes together. "What about the wrappings?" Phyllis said. "We can't keep those in here." Ed hugged her from behind. "I'll take them out in the morning." They returned to the couch just in time for the late-night news. The report on the missing baby was the top story. They showed the baby's mother, at home and in tears. She had been outside and left little Hayden in the stroller. She heard a noise around the side of the house and went to see what it was. According to her story, she'd only taken her eyes off of Hayden for a second. "Bullshit," Ed said. "It would have been a lot longer than that. The tramp is lying through her teeth. She was probably high and forgot where she put him." Phyllis nodded. She doesn't look too distraught. Embarrassed, perhaps, but not really hurt. Just then, Ed released a loud, foul-smelling fart. Phyllis choked and waved at the air. "You stink," she said and got up from the couch. Ed cackled. "Man, that smells like sour milk and cow shit." Phyllis returned to the kitchen to put the wrappings from the roast in a separate bag. From the countertop, she picked up a blue sweater, tan corduroy pants, and brown socks. She placed little Hayden's clothes in a black trash bag and left it by the front door. "People should pay closer attention to their kids," she mumbled before rejoining Ed on the couch.